on the next all-new episode of Dragon Ball Super.
Wow, he's holding his own.
Father! I want you to take Goku and get back to your timeline, okay? I'll hold them off and give them everything I've got, but in case I fail, you need to find a way to defeat them!
We can't just go!
Do you take me for a coward? I'm not going to leave you here!
No, he's right. It's the only way to save his future.
You agree with this?
Dragon Ball Super, next Saturday at 10:30. Only Toonami on Adult Swim.
Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. Now today we are doing a bit of a breakdown of the Dragon Ball Super English dub episode 62 preview that came out a couple of days ago on Toonami. Very exciting stuff. So this is the Toonami preview, and to give you a little bit of context, the Japanese previews are different to the Toonami previews. You know, the Toonami previews are cut differently, and they're obviously for the English dub, while the Japanese next episode previews are for, you know, Dragon Ball Super, you know, the Japanese dub, airing on Fuji TV and whatnot. So they're two different things. We're going to discuss the Toonami preview because it's cut differently and it has some, you know, English dub dialogue that we haven't, you know, heard before since the episode is not out. So yeah, let's discuss episode 62, the Toonami preview. Now the first quote is Yajirobe going, "Wow, he's holding his own," referring to Trunks fighting, you know, Zamasu in black. So a bulk of this episode is going to be Trunks, you know, fighting Black and Zamasu, which will be fun after he attains his Super Saiyan Rage power-up. You know, very exciting stuff. I'm actually really looking forward to how Eric Vale handles, you know, the fight, you know, scene with Super Saiyan Rage and whatnot, because after, you know, episode 61 left off, you know, with Trunks attaining the Super Saiyan Rage boost, which I thought was a brilliant transformation in the English dub. Like, seriously, like, Trunks, Eric Vale, he really smashed it, you know, out of the park. He really knocked it out of the park with this one when he done the Rage boost transformation. I thought it was really well done. And the lines, the, you know, dialogue given was really good as well. So I'm looking forward to what he does in episode 62 as he is facing Black and Zamasu. So Yajirobe says, "Wow, he's holding his own," referring to Trunks, and then Trunks sort of gives this mini monologue. "Father, I want you to take Goku and get back to your timeline, okay? I'll hold him off and give him everything I've got, but in case I fail, you need to find a way to defeat them." Now, I thought this was good. This was actually handled pretty well. You know, this is one of the lines given in the episode 62 preview, the Toonami preview, that airs, you know, every week, you know, to get, you know, to drum up hype for the next episode. But anyway, I thought this was handled well. The line was handled, you know, well. And in the beginning of this video, you know, in the first 30 seconds, I do showcase the preview in its entirety. So, yeah. So the, you know, that line was handled well. I like the dialogue, you know, how it was written and stuff. You know, falls in line with Trunks's, you know, sort of heroic character and, you know, his personality and stuff. So, you know, in case I fail, you need to find a way to defeat them. Falls in line with the heroic personality of Trunks. And then Bulma says, "We can't just go," but she gets cut off by Vegeta, and then Vegeta says, like, the best line in this entire preview. It's only 30 seconds long, but this preview is just awesome because I love this line from Vegeta. "Do you take me for a coward? I'm not going to leave you here." Just a great bit of character dialogue. You know, it very much sounds like both sort of versions of Vegeta, sort of the proud, you know, prince, you know, the Saiyan Prince Vegeta, when he's like, "Do you take me for a coward?" Exclamation mark, question mark. Then he sort of adopts Earth life and becomes more fatherly towards Trunks when he's like, "I'm not going to leave you here." So we kind of get mixed, you know, a mix of both versions of Vegeta, you know, the Saiyan sort of prince, you know, very much, you know, pride-filled Vegeta, and then the fatherly, you know, caring Vegeta. You know, "Do you take me for a coward? I'm not going to leave you here." And this was executed by Chris Sabat extremely well. I mean, Chris Sabat just, nails it every time as Vegeta throughout Dragon Ball Super specifically, and also Dragon Ball Z Kai. He knocked it out of the park in the English dub of that show. He's been doing well with Vegeta. Like, even though Vegeta in Super has kind of been regressed, I was actually talking to my friends on Discord about this, and, as Vegeta sort of progresses, or I guess regresses in Super into basically a android arc version of himself again, in the Tournament of Power he actually progresses and becomes sort of the End of Z character. And I think the reason for, that is that, like, Vegeta regressed in Dragon Ball Super, specifically episode 2, when he's saying, like, I will surpass you, Kakarot, even though he said, you are the number one Saiyan, Kakarot, in the Buu arc, but straight after he said, I will surpass you, Kakarot, which doesn't really make sense. But anyway, I think this is a calculated choice. Now, this is going, basically, this is going off topic from the dub, but I just want to get this out. I think this was a calculated choice because Vegeta's defining character trait in, the Dragon Ball franchise is being a rival to Goku, so this was a calculated choice in having, Vegeta throughout Super for the most part being a rival to Goku instead of what should have happened, and Vegeta should have been, accepting of Goku being number one and shouldn't, surpass him, but instead just work and sort of reach his own limits and maximize his own potential rather than focusing on Goku. But since I believe this is a calculated effort by Toei, because think about it, Dragon Ball hasn't been on in a new series format for 18 years, since GT, so then people, that haven't seen the show for like 18 years are going to go back to, the Dragon Ball world, the Dragon Ball franchise with Super, and then they'll see, Vegeta, try to surpass Kakarot again, his one defining feature, and will be like, okay, they'll feel right at home, even though that doesn't fall in line with Vegeta's character development, later on in the Buu arc, opening into Super. It really doesn't jive well, him saying, I will surpass you, Kakarot. It doesn't really make sense in his character development, but I think that's why Vegeta regressed. Anyway, that is me just, spitballing about Vegeta's character in an English dub video, so I really should be talking about, well, the English dub, specifically episode 62 of the Toonami preview. Anyway, Vegeta, do you take me for a coward? I'm not going to leave you here. Goku says no. Trunks is right. It's the only way to save his future. Now, Goku looks down and out, and I really like how this line is delivered by Sean Schemmel. I was praising Sean Schemmel a lot last week. Well, it's Monday, so basically yesterday. I was praising him on Sunday, yesterday, about his performance as Goku in episode 61 and how that, was so emotional, how he got mad at Zamasu and stuff, and his emotional side is carried through here when he's sort of down and out, but he's saying that, Trunks is right, we need to go back into the past. And then Vegeta's like, you agree with this? Like, what the hell? And just the banter between Goku and Vegeta, I feel like it's going to be really good this episode, and Trunks and everyone involved is just going to do a stellar job. I cannot wait for the performances to come out, and also the script, because performances are one thing, like great performances are one thing and are a crucial factor in the Dragon Ball Super dub, but what really makes a dub good, in my opinion, is the scripts. They can have Dragon Ball Z Kai English dub acting, but as long as the scripts are good, that's what really counts. What if they had Dragon Ball Z Kai acting all the way back in 1999, but they had the 90s scripts, it just wouldn't work, even though the acting would be good. That's just a what if. But anyway, it really depends on the script. And going off of this Toonami preview for episode 62, I am very excited for the script. My favorite line being, do you take me for a coward? I'm not going to leave you here. Just the, do you take me for a coward, that's just pronounced so much, it's just brilliant. And it actually reminded me of Brian Drummond, the Ocean dub, voice of Vegeta, how he sort of overpronounces his sentences, and it's just great. You know, he does a really great, you know, supervillain voice with Vegeta, Brian Drummond does, and he sort of overpronounces his statements. Like, you know, he just does the extra mile to ensure that, you know, it's just extra pronounced, extra sort of campy and over the top in a good way. Campy and over the top in the best way possible, and I sort of got that vibe from Vegeta saying, "Do you take me for a coward?" But I do wish that Bulma had a little bit more shine in this preview, honestly, because she actually just gets cut off. You know, we can't just go... I assume she meant, like, we can't just go back to the past. But anyway, yeah, I wish she got more lines, but we'll see her in the actual dub coming next week, so I'm excited to see Monica Rial as Bulma reprising her role in this episode, episode 62. But yeah, what do you guys think of the Toonami preview? Are you excited for episode 62 of the dub, or not so much? Let me know in the comment section below. And that's going to do it for me, so make sure to please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm certainly hyped for this episode, you know, in the dub format, because I love the Japanese, but I'm very excited to see the differences in the script changes and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, and also Vegeta saying, "Do you take me for a coward?" Oh, I just cannot wait to see that in context, you know, overpronounced, very much like Brian Drummond, you know, Chris Sabat's predecessor. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So yeah, as always, take care of yourselves and goodbye.